Amy, I love a creative project here on Weekend Workbench almost as much as I love a good mirror. And you're gonna help me spruce this one up today.
That's right. This is actually the perfect project for what we're gonna do today.
For this mirror transformation, we'll be using Amy's line of products at Ace Hardware. We're going to use her one-step paint, her gold leaf and size, light antique wax and dark antique wax, dust of ages, and her hog's hair brush and flat china bristle brush. We'll also need simple green, some lint-free rags, a nylon brush, a small paintbrush, and painter's tape.
The great thing about the One Step is it's allowing us to rescue and restore these pieces of furniture without sanding it, without priming it. I'm gonna shake this One Step up really, really well. I've got a nylon or a synthetic brush, and I'm just gonna dip it down into my One Step. I don't wanna be going over it again and again and again. We get what's called double processing.
Yeah.
You can see the coverage already, even with this linen color on top of this. All right, so would you like to try this?
Yes, I would.
All right. When your brush is going down like this and it's coming up and it's going down and coming up, see how you've got these stop and start marks? It's really important. See what a soft touch there?
It's all in the wrist.
Yes, there you go. Perfect.
Before we go any further in our painting process, we add some tape to the inside rim so we won't get any paint onto the mirror's reflective surface. Then, we finish painting. Amy, our mirror is almost unrecognizable.
I thought it would be fun to show you how to gild. So this laurel wreath, we want to be able to kind of bring that out with maybe a little gold leaf. And it's actually like a book. It actually has these 25 sheets of gold, but in order to be able to make this go onto that piece, we've got to have what we call size.
Okay.
So a gilding size is kind of like a glue. So you're gonna take this artist brush.
Okay.
So I'm gonna dip it into the size just a little bit, offload it. And then I'm gonna come back and brush on the areas that I'm going to bring definition to with the gold leaf. If you don't get the size there, the gold leaf is not going to adhere. So you're gonna have what's called a holiday.
We wait about 15 minutes for the size to harden and get a little sticky. Now, it's time to try out this gold leaf. Since we're gilding on a small area, Amy cuts the gold leaf book in half.
So I'm gonna hold this very carefully on this side, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna lay it down on top of the leaf like this. And while I'm holding it, I'm gonna pull this out. It's raised, so I'm just gonna kind of press it in a little bit and then pull it away. All right, now it's your turn. Hold it kind of in place like this.
Okay.
And with your right hand, I want you to burnish it. Burnishing it is making that gold leaf just kind of meld down to that finish.
Next, we use the china bristle brush to clean off the excess gold leaf. I follow that up with the steel wool to scrape off the flat areas that I accidentally gilded. Whoops! The steel wool will also make the raised area look more aged, which luckily is the look we're going for.
Now we're ready to use two products. We're gonna start with the light antique wax.
Okay.
I wanna make sure that I'm loading up the wax on my brush. We're gonna offload it. Now, as you put it on, I want you to come in like this. You're gonna work in a cross-hatching motion. Now we're ready to add the dark wax.
Okay.
Around the edges, around the raised areas.
Okay.
So that's the area that we're gonna concentrate on.
And you've traded in the round brush for a standard paintbrush?
Yes, you never wanna use that round brush for the dark wax.
Okay.
Load up the brush like this. And then I want you to offload it onto your cardboard again. I want you to be very, very gentle.
Well, Amy, this wax looks amazing, but I hear you have one more step for me.
We've allowed about 15, 20 minutes for it to dry.
Okay.
And now we're gonna add the dust of ages. I want you to take this china bristle brush, dip it into the dust, offload it, and we're gonna cover it up. So it's gonna get down in the crevices and stay there, which is gonna give me an element of age that I would normally see on a real antique piece.
Lastly, I take the lint-free rag and buff the dust off the mirror to give it that perfect antique look. Amy, I can't believe this is the same mirror I found in the basement. And literally, it only took us about an hour and a half to 2 hours to finish this mirror.
Yes, and you can do it for under $70.
That's cheaper than going out and buying a whole new mirror.
And what's more than that, you get to now enjoy the bragging rights.
Yes. Thank you so much, Amy.